Half-past headlines right now on Weather Nation TV. Thanks so much for joining us. So the growing popularity of Twitter's Vine is really starting to bring some life, some amazing 6-second clips. Check this one out. Flight level, and that is first the clouds. They're gorgeous, but oh, you can't miss it. That is Mount Baker protruding above the skyline there, and just a great shot while at flight level, thanks to @Hanno. Great visuals of the weather out across the west, which was wet and it was very cloudy. We had over now 7.5 inches of rain in Quileute, Washington. So that's pretty amazing. That Pacific Express goes on. A series of clippers, one moving through the northeast, the other developing across the northern plains here as we go into your morning. Wake up to frost? You might if you live in the Peachtree state of Georgia or down into North Florida. And we're talking about record heat out across the southwest, and it could be day 2 of it. Another great share from Vine, our thanks to @Bedside Design, our Bedsides Design. A great shot, an example, prime example of what those snow squalls look like as they move through the northeast in the past 24 hours. And indeed, it was a scene where we all said, oh, it's snowing again. Didn't accumulate much, but enough to get the grass coated. Here's your precip amount. Syracuse recorded 0.04 of liquid from that snowfall. 100th in Portland, Caribou 0.17 of an inch, and Pittsburgh 200 with some snow squalls that moved through. New York City and Boston each recorded a trace, but neither one reported any snow passing on through. All right, the weather to come, this clipper exiting as it moves off to the north and east. Some snow showers yet in Vermont and Maine early. The next one beginning to slide across Illinois and then down into parts of Indiana and Kentucky. But another one comes in behind that, and we're certainly looking at the potential between 2 snows and 2 clippers that we might see over 4 inches of snow in Devil's Lake, 2 inches in Brainerd, Minnesota, and 1.5 inches down towards Minneapolis and St. Paul. Maybe 1/2 inch even down towards Chicago. Well, you either love it or you want to have no part of it. It is spring break, and it's, for some, a rite of college. And indeed at Whale's Tail in Destin, Florida. A bit of a crowd, I would say. Thanks to a tweet to me from @DestinLive for sharing that with us here on Weather Nation TV. Partying it up in Destin, Florida. It was a gorgeous day there, sunshine. A little crisp and cool in the Panhandle down across the Nature Coast. We have a chance for frost as far south now as Citrus and Hernando County, even into the areas just on the west side of Walt Disney World. I think folks early in the morning have your sweatshirts out if you're headed to Mickey's House or Universal Studios. Meantime, Atlanta, Rome, Knoxville, south into Warner Robins, even Augusta. We'll see temperatures 35 and lower, some spots touching even 28 degrees, for example, in the overnight hours. 58 in the morning in Miami, 45 Orlando, mid-30s in Tallahassee, Pensacola, 37 degrees. And as we work you north into Georgia, Atlanta could be 28. Again, no problems with any moisture here, but it's just going to be a frost on that grass. And of course, there are many daffodils and crocuses up out of the ground, so unfortunately some of those might take a little hit. Highs Thursday afternoon, 70 in West Palm Beach, Florida, 60 degrees in Jacksonville, Florida, 57 in sunshine in Huntsville. Not alone is the southeast and enjoying a nice day. How about Thursday in Shreveport, 72 in sunshine, Dallas 75, you look good. And over the rest of Texas, 77 in San Antonio, Corpus Christi 77 in Brownsville, Port Arthur, Texas, 79 and plenty of sunshine. This is the sizzle, and we go out to the west to where it is roasting. Fountain Hills, Arizona, beautiful part of Phoenix. Thanks to YouTube channel ProTrails.com. On the scene, probably doing some hiking, maybe a little bit of biking up there. I'd have to say biking since it's ProTrails.com. Record highs set on Wednesday. We had Thermal, California, a record high of 97. Tucson, new record 89. Fresno 85, and Reno 77 degrees. I don't know how you beat this. I don't know how. Maybe tomorrow will be even warmer. It was 95 in Palm Springs, not good enough for a record there. And San Diego came up too shy at 65 for a daytime high. Tucson was 89, good enough for that record. And more heat in Tucson Thursday, smoldering 90. Colorado Springs at 66. San Diego, you might break the mid-70s. All this comes on the heels of a very dry January and February across California and the west, which means the wildfire season could be very busy out in the west. Cool in the east coast, warm across the central, northwest, still wet.